भवतु सहनौ पुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। So Shastra Yonitvat in this, under this sutra, what we are doing is, so Brahman is Jagat Karanam. So Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. Why? Because Shastra Yonitvat. That is the answer. Why Brahman is Jagat Karanam? How do you, what is it? What do you say? Because Shastra means, Shastra Yonitvat has two meanings. Because Brahman is the source of Shastram. And the one who is the source of the Shastram has to be Sarvajnaha. Because Veda itself is Sarvajna Kalpaha. So the Karanam of that Shastram has to be Sarvajnaha. That is one meaning of Shastra Yonitvat. The second meaning which he is going to give. So now we are doing somewhere here. That is, so kimu vaktavyam aneka shastra aneka shakha bheda pinnasya devataryang manushya varnashramadi pravibhaga hetoho rigvedadhyakhyasya sarvajnana akarasya. So sarvajnana akarasya, the very place of sarvajnana, awareness. In fact, the being is the place of awareness. Akaram means sthanam. Sarvajnana akarasya. Well, aprayatnena iva. So, without any prayatna, lila nyayena. Aprayatnena is a synonym of lila nyaya. Lila nyayena. Purusha nishvasha badu, like even the breathing of a person. Well, yasmat, so that is, Rigveda Dhyakyasya Sarvajnana Akarasya. Rigveda is the Akara here. Veda is the Sthanam. Rigveda the Akhyasya Sarvajnana Akarasya. Sarvajnana Akarasya. So, Aprayatnenaiva Leelanyayena Purusha Nishvasavatu Yasmat Mahataha. This Mahan being say. Yasmat, this say, Mahataha, Panchame Ekvacha. Yasmat Mahataha. This Mahan being, say Bhuta, that Bhuta is the being. Yasmat Mahataha Bhuta. Brahman is really, when we talk about Brahman as Mahabhutam, it doesn't mean it's a great element. Bhuta means creation. Bhavati iti Bhutam. That which is created is Bhutam. That which ever is also Bhutam. ये अर्थ में लेना पड़ेंगे. महतः भूतात्. So, योने है, and जिस महान भूत से, महान पुरुष से, कारण से, योने है, कारण से, कारणात् संभवः, संभव होता है, सृष्टि होता है. So, किमु वक्तव्यम, what to talk of, that in the society, that the author knows more than what he writes, then what to talk of Ishvara knowing more than Veda says, when he is the source of the Veda. You see, every author knows more than what he writes. Then Ishvara is the author. Then when we say author, it doesn't mean really author, means when he sat down with a pen and paper and immediately say source, Karana. This is the problem. Like, God is the author of the creation. It doesn't mean he sat down and on doing it, like many sculptors keep on doing. Then they come up with the questions also. When he doesn't have hands, how did he manage to create all this? You say he doesn't have apanipada, avangmanaha, he doesn't have vak, he doesn't have mind, doesn't have hands, he doesn't have feet. Then how did he manage to, write the whole creation, create the whole? So when we say Karanam, we mean, it's like saying, from one point of view, the water is the author of the waves. In that manner. So if Bhagavan is the author of the whole Srishti, the author of all Pramanas, then he is also the author of the Veda. Veda is also a Pramana, the source of the Veda. So this is Kaimudika Nyaya. So if an empirical author knows more than what he writes, then what would talk of Ishvara knowing more than Veda? Veda evidently is Sarvajna Kalpaha. How do you say it is Sarvajna Kalpaha? Because it talks about Pratyaksham, it talks about Paroksham, it also talks about Aparoksham. It talks about Drishtam, it talks about Adrishtam. Makes you see, not merely talking. It makes you understand the Drishtam as well as Adrishtam. It makes us understand the Pratyaksham and Paroksham and Paroksham. Everything is rooted in the Aparoksham. Pratyaksha is a Shakha. Paroksham is a Shakha. Aparoksham is the Mula. That is why Bhagavan says, Urdhva Moolam Adashakam. These are all Shakhas. Pratyaksha is a Shakha, Paroksham is a Shakha, Aparoksham is the Mula. Otherwise, how can you say that this is all somewhere the distant? Shruti also says, Asya Mahato Bhutasya, is Mahan Bhutka. He Nishvashitam, it is breathed out of. Nishvasita means it's breathed out of. Shwas, Nishvasitam. Nishtha. Shvasadhatu. Shvasadhatu. Ka nishtha. Shvasitam. Shvasitam. Nishvasitam. It is breathed out. Ye tat this. Yad Rigvedaha, jo Rigveda hai. Yaha jo Rigveda ityadi hai, Rigvedaha, Yajurvedaha, Samvedaha, Tharvangirasaha. All these things are breathed out of this great being. Shruti itself talks about. Shruti talks about its source. Shruti itself says, we are not written by these journalists. Veda says, we are not written by Kushwant Singh. We are not written by these local philosophers. Parameshwara is the source of us. Veda itself says, Veda is born of Parameshwara. Therefore, Tasya Mahataha Bhutasya, Tasya Mahataha Bhutasya, us Mahan Purushka, of that great being, Niratishayam, unsurpassable. Atishete. Niratishete. Niratishayam means what? That nothing excels it. तो अतिशयः ना विद्यते यस्य, जिसका अतिशय नहीं है, नथिंग मोर देन इट, जिसका दूसरा, सपोजिंग देयर इज समबडी टॉलर देन मी, देन आई एम सातिशयः, I am called Saatishaya. Means there is someone who excels me. Then I am described as Saatishaya. Atishayena saha vartate. So I do enjoy another one who excels me. Then I am called Saatishaya. And there is no one who excels me. Then I become Niratishaya. Atishaya. धातु का अच प्रत्यय लगाने से शयः होता है, अतिशयः, निरतिशयः. So अतिशयः means that which doesn't, that which is not surpassed by anyone. So niratishayam, sarvajñatvam. So tasya mahataha bhutasya, this mahan being, this great being has Sarvajñatvam. He has omniscience. This great being has omniscience. What kind of omniscience? Niratishayam Sarvajñatvam. Sarvajñatvam is qualified by Niratishayam. Who has the Sarvajñatvam? Asya Mahataha Bhutasya Niratishayam Sarvajñatvam. Sarva Shaktimatvam. Not only this great being has Niratishayam Sarvajñatvam, but also Sarva Shakti Matvam. Matu Pratyaya. Shaktiman wala hona Shaktimat. Then Tvam Shaktimatvam. Cha iti. Means this great being has unsurpassable knowledge, inexcellable knowledge, and inexcellable Sarva Shaktimatvam. Shaktimatvam means has the potential for the Shakti, the potentiality for the creation he has. Sarva Shaktimatvam in Vedanta does not mean he has got vitality, vagaira, vagaira. Like, within this must be understood clearly. If it is properly understood, it is enjoyable. Rajju doesn't have the potential for Sarpa. Rajju has no potential for Sarpa. In actuality, if Rajju has the potentiality for Sarpa, like the milk has the potential for curd, that is called having the potential. Okay? But milk has the potential for curd, but the rope doesn't have the potential. Potential means Shakti. It doesn't have the Shakti, the potential for Sarpa. But because it can't undergo change and become Sarpa, and therefore it doesn't have the potential for Sarpa. But supposing I have mistaken it for snake, then within the realm of ignorance and error, then we can say when the snake is seen, it is manifest. When the snake is not seen, I have not yet corrected, I have not yet known that it is rope. Remaining within ignorance about the rope, now I can see the snake, and now I need not see the snake. So when I don't see the snake, when I turn my attention away, then the snake is accepted to be there potentially in the rope. Therefore, just as the manifest Sarpa is Kalpita Sarpa, similarly the unmanifest Sarpa, the Shakti is also Kalpita, Adhyasta Shaktiman. So Rajju has what? Shakti for? Rajju has the Shakti for Sarpa. What is that Sarpa? What is that Shakti? Adhyasta potential. In that manner, the Bhagavan having the potentiality for the universe, if universe is Adhyasta in Brahma, the unmanifest universe, otherwise called the potentiality, is also Adhyasta. In that sense, it is said here. Well, sarvajñatvam sarvashaktimatvam chaiti. Now, asya mahato bhutasya niratishem sarvajñatvam sarvashaktimatvam cha iti. This is one meaning. Okay, this is one vigraha. Why Brahmani Jagat is one hetu. One vigraha is one hetu. Why Brahmani Jagat Karanam? Because Brahmani is the Karanam for Sarvajñaka. It happens to be the source of the Veda, which is almost Sarvajñaha, Sarvajñakalpaha. That almost also is, I don't know. I always get little uncomfortable. Because it is Sarvajña. Because it is Shabda Rupa, we call it Sarvajña Kalpaha. Otherwise, what it conveys? That vision is Sarvajña. Athava. We can read. We can all read. Now onwards we can change the style. थोड़ा बहुत टाइम भी पास हो जाता है. अथवा यथोक्तम ऋग्वेदादिशास्त्रम योनिः कारणम प्रमाणम अस्य ब्रह्मणः यथावत् स्वरूपाधिगमे अथवा. Or this Shastra Yonitva to this particular sutra can be interpreted differently. How? Yathoktam Rigvedadi Shastram. The Rigvedadi Shastram is mentioned above. Yathoktam Rigvedadi Shastram. Yonihi, meaning Karanam, meaning Pramanam. See the resolution of the meaning? Yonihi, its immediate sense is Karanam. And then resolve it into Pramanam. Source of knowledge. As the source of knowledge, as the source, it is Yonihi. As the source, it is Karanam. But as the source of knowledge, it is Pramanam. As the source of knowledge is Pramanam. Pramana Bhuta Karanam, Upadana Bhuta Karanam. Clay is Upadana Bhuta Karanam. Chakshu is what? Pramana Bhuta Karanam. Because as the source of knowledge, Pramana Bhuta Karanam. Vedanta, Veda is a Pramana Bhuta Karanam, meaning Pramanam, meaning it is the source of understanding. Meaning to understand the Jagat Karanam, the only source is Veda. Even though there is Anubhava of Brahma, but really there is Anubhava of the truth, and that Anubhava of the truth is also riddled with distortion about it. There is a jhasa about that Anubhava. There is no distorted Anubhava, understand. There is a distortion about Anubhava. Be careful about these words. There cannot be a distorted Anubhava. There is a distorted vision about Anubhava. Anubhava cannot be erroneous experience. You can't have erroneous experience. You can have erroneous conclusion about what is within, what is in the form of Anubhava. There cannot be erroneous awareness. There is an erroneous vision, erroneous judgment about awareness. I am Deha is not erroneous awareness. I am Deha is an erroneous perception about awareness. And awareness is experienced without any error about it. I am aware. There is no distortion about it. To be aware is not a distortion. To be a Sakshi of the Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, I know is not a destroy, is the truth. About that very I know the being, there is a conclusion, there is a confusion between the one who knows and the form that is known. That problem, adhyasa. And therefore, without the help of the Shabda Pramanam, it's impossible even to think in terms of the difference between thinking and awareness. Because for Jiva, thinking is awareness. Awareness and thinking, they are not two things. Therefore, the pramanam for understanding the Brahmavastu is only Rigveda, and therefore, Yathoktam Rigveda, the Shastram, Yonihi, Karanam, Pramanam. This is the source of understanding of what? Asya Brahmanaha. Is Brahmaka. Asya Brahmanaha, Asya Shashti, Brahmanaha Shashti. Yathavat Swarupa Adhigame. Asya Brahmanaha Swarupa Adhigame. Adhigame in understanding. Swarupa Adhigame in understanding the Swarupa. Yathavat as it is. In understanding the Swarupa of this Brahma as it is. Asya is Brahma ka Swarup ko samajhne mein jaise hain waise samajhne mein Yathoktam Rigvedadi Shastram Yonihi Karanam Pramanam. Rigvedadi Shastram alone is the Pramanam in understanding the Jagat Karanam as it is. How do you know that it is as it is? I say the as it is-ness is already Anubhava Siddham. Because one's own Anubhava is as it is. I have told you, the actuality nobody can determine. The actuality nobody can determine. I have already cleared this point. The actuality of an object is only that as it is revealed by the Pratyakshadi Pramanam. As it is revealed by the Pratyakshadi Pramanam is its actuality. There is no other actuality. The actuality of an object. As an object, that as an object underlies. The actuality of an object as it is. The actuality of an object as an object is only as it is revealed by the senses. Similarly, the actuality of the Atma is only as it is unnegatably evident. What is evident and unnegatably evident is its actuality. Unnegatably evident oneself. If there is something which is unnegatably evident about myself, that would be my Swarupa. So I am evident that I am the form. It is not unnegatably evident. That I am aware is unnegatably evident. That I am the form is negatable. Therefore, one doesn't have to get perturbed. Who is going to determine the actuality? It is okay to say that, Vedanta talks about the truth, Vedanta reveals the truth as it is. Like many people say, our Swami talks as it is. So this our Gita interpretation is as it is. Everybody say as it is. Jaise hai vaise samjhata. Who is going to determine as it is? Who is going to determine as it is means what? First of all, we have to find out what is Yathatmyam. The Yathatmyam of an object is as revealed by Pratyakshadi. The Yathatmyam of the truth is that as it is unnegatably evident. And therefore I have to look into what is unnegatably evident about myself. And that would be the Swarupa. That means Avasthatraya. And what is unnegatably evident is also within Anubhava. Because there is experience pertaining to the negation of everything, that very experience pertaining to the negation of everything becomes unnegatable. So this point has to be cleared right in the beginning of Vedanta, otherwise Pramana Siddhi cannot take place. How do you say that Vedanta reveals as it is? Our book also reveals as it is. And who is going to determine that it is as it is? How do you say that it is Advaitam? How can you say that Brahman is Advaitam? We say it is Dvaitam. We say it is Visishtadvaitam. We say it is Shunyam. Another person says that is, we say that is Swarupa. Everybody uses the word Swarupa. And naam bhi wahi hai, Swarupananda. सबका वही आनंद तो हम लोगों का भी आनंद तो we also have the name Swarupananda, Jnanananda, Nishtananda, etc. And they also have the same. I say if somebody has to determine, then that would not be the truth. That would be Purusha Tantram. Then it will be Purusha Tantra. Able to follow? Okay. Shastra Devam Pramanat Jagataha Janmadikaranam Brahma Adhigamyate Nityabhiprayaha Shastrad Eva Shastra say he. There is no other pramana. In fact, no reality has more than one pramana. And no pramanam has more than one vishaya. No pramanam has more than one vishaya. No prameyam has more than one pramanam. Are you able to follow what I am saying? Chakshu don't have two vishayas. Nor vishaya, the form, has two pramanas. Nor there is any other proof other than pramana. That there is a form, the only proof is pramana. As it is shown by the eye, I say there is a form, as revealed by the ears, eyes. So for the objects are pramana siddham, Atma is swataha siddham, anubhava siddham. For understanding the swataha siddha Atma, the pramana is the Vedanta. But Vedanta is not like, you see, Vedanta doesn't reveal the existence of Atma. Vedanta corrects the adhyasa about Atma. In that way it is, the existence of Atma is Svata Siddham. But the object, the five objects are not Svata Siddhas, they exist only as objects of perception. As non-objects of perception, independent of the pramanas, they have no existence. Don't say independent of the pramanas, they can't be revealed. Minus the pramanas, there are no prameyas. That is why when a person transcends the pramanas, as in Sushupti, one transcends, one is free from. When one is free from pramanas, pratyakshadi pramanas, he is also free from the prameyas. If there is laya of the pramanas, there is laya of prameyas. So you can never think of the existence of the vishayas independent of, except as related to the pramanas. Therefore, the form is available only for the sight. Here, the sounds are available only for the ears. There is no other proof. And that the Atma is Jagat Karanam. The error about it can be corrected only through Shabda Pramanam, because the other Pramanas are all related to Vishayas. That's why here it is said, Shastra Deva Pramanat. Pramanat, Praman se, Shastra Deva Pramanat, Jagataha Janmadikaranam. Jagataha Jagat ka Janmadi Karanam, the source and the support and the end of the Jagat. Janmadi Karanam, Janma Karanam, Sthiti Karanam, Laya Karanam. Brahma. And what is the Jagataha Janmadi Karanam? Brahma Adhigamyate is understood. Ityabhiprayaha, this is the vision of the statement. That the Jagat Karanam Brahma is understood only through Shastra Pramanam. That does not mean it is Pramana Siddham. It is Swata Siddham but Pramana Adhigamyam. It is Swataha Siddham but Pramana Adhigamyam. It is something that can be understood to be so. That it is Swata Siddham is understood through Shabda Pramanam. Not that it becomes Swata Siddham through Shabda Pramana. It doesn't become Swata Siddha through Shabda Pramana, it becomes understood as Swata Siddham. Because the adhyasa is that it is not Swata Siddham, it is Pramana Siddham. Not I am really, my existence depends upon my pratyayas. My existence depends upon pramanas, pratyakshadi pramanas. I see myself, hear myself, taste myself, touch myself, smell myself, I remember myself, I feel myself, I like myself, dislike myself. That means what? I am looking at myself as Pramana Siddham. Pramana Siddham. My existence is linked to my pramanas. Minus my pramanas, I am gone. This adhyasa is corrected by the Shabda and make me understand that our existence is Swataha Siddham. For understanding the Swata Siddhatvam of Atma, Shabda is the Pramanam. There is no other Pramanam. Because it takes into account all the Anubhavas and all that. Brahmadigamyate ityabhiprayaha Shastram Udahritam Purvasutre Yato va imani bhutani jayante ityadi. And the previous sutra, even though sutra doesn't contain the Vakya, Pramana Vakya, the Shastra Vakya, it doesn't contain Janmadhyasya Yataha. Janmadhyasya Yataha means what? So, Athato Brahma Jignasa. First sutra is what? Athato Brahma Jignasa. Thereafter, therefore, the Jignasa, the Mimamsa has to be conducted into Jagat Karanam. We have to go into finding out what the Jagat Karanam is. And in order to find out the Jagat Karanam Brahma is the Pradhanam Vishaya. It is Pradhana Vishaya Jignasyam. And we can't do Jignasa. We can't find out we can't really go into the topic called the Brahman as Jagat Karanam without going into Vedanta Vakyas. Therefore, Pradhana Rupena Jignasyam is Brahma. And yehi Jignasitaihi vina na Jignasitam bhavati. Without going into which Vakyas Brahman cannot be thought about, those Vakyas also become Jignasyam. That is the first sutra. Then in relation, in connection, in sequence of that first sutra is the second sutra. Then the next question is, what is Brahman? Which Brahman are you talking about? He says, Janmadhyasya Yataha, that Brahman which is the source, support and end of the whole prapancha. Now in that particular sutra called Janmadhyasya Yataha, there is no Vakya. Yato va imani bhutani jayante ityadi. Yataha is there. But when he wrote that sutra, he keeps in view the Shastra Vakyam. Janmadhyasya Yataha iti. That Yataha, because this Vakya, Yato va imani bhutani jayante ityadi, jo Vakya hai, that is kept in the mind. That is called Buddhistaha. It is Buddhistaha. And everything that is in Buddhista, I don't have to I don't have to write. I mean, as it is. Keeping in view, I can say something. So, Sutrakaras, within the mind of Sutrakara, he keeps in view the Vakyas in the Shastra, the Vakyas which talk about Brahman as Jagat Karanam, the Vakyas like Yatova, Imani Bhutani. Therefore, we can safely say, what is the Shastra Vakyam of that Sutra? The Vakyam of that Sutra is what? Karanavadi Vakya. Karanavadi Vakya means Brahman ko, the Vakyas which talk about Brahman as Jagat Karanam. Like what? Yatova Imani Bhutani Jayante. Ityevam Jatiyakani. We saw that. Ityevam Jati is not that one Vakya. इस प्रकार की वाक्यों के आधार पर इत्येवं जातीय कार्य, you understand? जातीय कार्य, इस जाति वाले वाक्य, इस प्रकार की जाति वाले means the vakyas coming under this particular class. And what is the class? जगत कारणत्व को बताने वाले सारी वाक्यों को मन में रखे. Sutrakara writes the sutra that we are going to go into Brahman, we are going to find out the source of the universe, the Brahman, as unfolded in the Shastra Vakyas like Yato va imani bhutani jayante. Clear enough? Therefore, Shastram Udakritam, the Shastra Vakya has been cited. Purva Sutre, in the Purva Sutra. And where is it cited? Only Yataha is there. Therefore, we have to say it is Buddhistaha. It's Buddhistam Vakyam. Purva Sutre. What is that Vakya? Yato va imani bhutani jayante ityadi. The Vakyas like Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti at prayanti abhisamvishanti ityadi Vakyas. Okay. When the Siddhanti said that the Pramanam is only Shastram, therefore, Janmadhyasya this particular sutra also, it doesn't talk about Brahman, it doesn't try to infer the source of the universe, it tries to refer to the source of the universe on the basis of the Shastra Vakyas. So the very second sutra called Janmadhyasya implies that Shastra means Pramanam. Second sutra itself implies Shastra means Pramanam. If second sutra itself is written keeping in view the Shastra Vakyas, not on the basis of Anumana but on the basis of Shastra Vakyas, then the second sutra itself implies that Brahman is the Jagat Karanam, but that Brahman is not on the basis of Anumana but it is on the basis of Shabda Pramanam. So the second sutra already implies, second sutra has already implied that Shastra is Pramanam. If second sutra has already implied that Shastra is the Pramanam, why do you want to write an extra sutra called Shastra Yonitva? Why do you have to specially say in the third sutra that Shastra is the Pramanam? Because second sutra itself has done the job. By using the word Yataha, keeping in view the Shastra, keeping in view the Shastra Vakyas, as mentioned by the Shastra Vakyas, Brahman is Jagat Karanam. That is the second sutra. As conveyed by the Shruti Vakyas, as unfolded by the Shruti Vakyas, Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. What does it mean? That sutra has got two things to convey. One is Brahman is Jagat Karanam, and that Brahman, and that is stated by Shastram. That means Shastram is also Praman. That Brahman is Jagat Karanam is one Vakya, and in that matter the Pramanam is Shastram. So this also has been made clear. Then why do you want to write the third sutra? Iti objection. That is the objection. Kimartham tarhi idam sutram yavatam purva sutre evam evam jatiyakam shastram udaharata shastrayonitvam brahmanah darshitam. Now Purvapakshi says, Kimartham tarhi idam sutram. Then what is the use of this sutra, the third sutra, Shastrayonitvat? Because the second sutra has already conveyed two things, that Brahman is Jagat Karanam, and that it is stated, and that it is unfolded only by Shastram. That means Anumana is not the Pramana, only Shastram is the Pramana that has conveyed. And if it has already conveyed that Shastram is the Pramana, then why do you want to write extra sutram Shastrayonitvat? He says, Yavata, because. And what is the use of this sutra? Yavata, because Purva Sutre Eva. Purva Sutre Eva. In the very previous sutra itself, in the very second sutra itself, Evam Jatiyakam Shastram. The Shastram which talks about Brahman as Jagat Karanam, that is called Evam is Prakar ki Shastra. Is Prakar ki Shastra मतलब ब्रह्म को जगत कारण रूप से बताने वाला शास्त्र. एवं जातीयकम शास्त्रम, उस शास्त्र को उदाहरता. Udaharata means what? The one who is Sutrakarena iti. Udaharata Shatri Pratyaya. Udaharan, Udaharati, Harati, Aharati, Udaharati, and Shatri Pratyaya. Udaharan, Tritiya Ekvachan. Udaharata. Udaharata means what? By the Sutrakara who has cited the Vakyas in the Sutra. By bringing in Yataha, by writing that Yataha, he has already made a mention that Yataha itself makes that Yataha itself implies that it is based on Shastra Vakya. Therefore, in the second sutra itself, Sutrakara has cited the sutra, cited the Shastra. Therefore, Udaharata is what? Udaharan, citing karne wala Sutrakar ke dwara. Udaharata. Udaharata, by Sutrakara. Shastra Yonitvam. Shastra Yonitvam means Shastra as the Pramanam. Brahmanaha, in the matter of Brahma, Darshitam has been shown. Sutrakara has already shown, while writing the second sutra, by the Sutrakara it has been shown that Brahman is Jagat Karanam, and in that matter only Shastram is Pramanam. How does he show it? By way of citing the Shastra Vakya. By way of citing the Shastra Vakya, that Yataha itself is Vakya. So by citing the Shastra Vakya, it has been shown by the Sutrakara that the Pramanam for Jagat Karanam, Pramanam for knowing Brahman as Jagat Karanam is only Shastram. And therefore, Kimarthamidam Sutram. Therefore, what is the purpose of this sutra? Are you able to follow? What is the purpose of this sutra? When Sutrakara has already shown in the second sutra that Shastram is the Pramanam by way of citing the Shastra Vakyam. Clear? And for this, Bhashyakara answers. You can't go and ask this question to Sutrakara anyway. Sutrakara wrote the sutra and then he left. Now the Sampradaya, the coming tradition that has to explain. So Bhashyakara is explained. Uchyate tatra parpurva sutraksharena spashtam shastrasya anupadanat janmadikevalam Anumanam Upanyastam Iti Ashanketa Pamashankam Nivartayitum Idam Sutram Pravavrite Shastrayonitvaditi Tatra Purva Sutra Aksharena. Tatra in the second sutra. Purva Sutra Aksharena. By the letters, by the words of the previous sutra. There is a clue. Yataha iti clue is there, but it is not spashtam, because yataha can mean anything. Yataha can be interpreted anything. Therefore, Purva Sutra Aksharena, by the words present in the sutra, Akshar se, Purva Sutra ki Aksharon se, Aksharen singular, but Aksharon se, Spashtam Shastrasya, that Vakya Yado Vayamani Bhutani Jayanti Ityadi Vakya Spashtam Shastrasya Anupadana. It's not mentioned. Shastrasya Anupadanat. Upadanat means Grahanat. Anupadanat means Agrahanat. Grahan nahi kiya gaya hai. पूरा शास्त्र का जो बताना चाहते थे वो पूरा नहीं दिया गया, because most of it remained only buddhista. In Sutrakara's mind it is upadana, but it is written there, akshar, what is written in the sutra, that doesn't incorporate the complete vakya, leaving no ambiguity. And therefore, spashtam shastrasya anupadanat, able to follow. Anupadana, na upadana, grahan na hone ke karan se, anupadanat, one may think that Janmadi, meaning that the Brahman is indeed Janmadi. Janmadi means that Brahman is Janmadi. Janmadi means what? Janma, Sthiti, Bhangam. Coming from Brahma. This whole matter, Janmadi means Janmadi Karanatvam. Brahmanaha. Keval Anumanam Upanyastam. In this particular sutra, called Janmadhyasyataha, what is mentioned is that Brahman is Jagat Karanam on the basis of Anumana. Janmadi Kevalam, only Anumanam means the inference. Upanyastam is mentioned. In the second sutra, what is mentioned can be interpreted like this. What is mentioned in the second sutra is that Brahman is Jagat Karanam on the basis of Anumana. Brahman is Jagat Karanam, Brahman or something else. There is something, need not be Brahman also. The source of the creation, the source of the support, the source of the resolution, the source, support and end of the universe is a matter for inference. Is a matter for inference. If you call it Brahman, then that Brahman and Jagat Karanam is a matter for inference. If you interpret the sutra to mean Pradhanam, then that Pradhanam as the Jagat Karanam is a matter of inference. We may infer it. We may infer Pradhanam as Jagat Karanam. You may infer Brahman as Jagat Karanam, but the Pramanam for inferring the Jagat Karanam is only Anumana. Therefore, Anumanam Upanyastam, only Anumana is mentioned in the second sutra. Iti Ashankyeta. In this manner, it might be doubted. It might be doubted like this. Second sutra talks about Brahman as Jagat Karanam only as a matter of inference. Tam ashankam, that doubt, us ashanka ko nivartayitum, to remove that doubt. Idam sutram, this third sutra, pravavrite, means pravrittam. Pravavrite means pravrittam, iska pravrit hua hai. How did it come about? Shastra yonitvaditi. Shastra yonitvat, this particular sutra has a pravritti, it comes into existence in order to remove the doubt, in order to remove the thinking that the second sutra is only talking about Jagat Karanam based on inference. The second sutra may be talking about Brahman as Jagat Karanam, but Brahman also as Jagat Karanam is a matter of inference. And what is the source of, what is the reason for this ambiguity? Because the Shastra Vakya is not Shastrasya Spashtam Anupadanat. Shastrasya Anupadanat. Spashta Rupena Shastrasya Anupadanat. It is not completely mentioned there, even though a word is mentioned, but that word can be interpreted differently. Therefore, if the whole Vakya had come, then there would be no problem. But the whole Vakya has not been cited by the Vakya. Therefore, it has to be separately said. Therefore, Sutrakara is writing another sutra. This is the justification for the third sutra. Clear? Nivartayitum idam sutram pravavrite shastra yonitvaditi. In this particular sutra, the two highlights that all that you have to remember is the nitty-gritty details, the so-called details. One can always skip, you don't have to. They all come. Those details are drawn by the highlights. Every highlight brings with it all its entire object. Every highlight has an object. And everything that falls in that object goes with that highlight. What one needs to remember is that highlight. That what is conveyed. Everything else is anga, is connected to it. What is to be understood in this Shastra Yonitvadi, that Brahman is indeed the source, because being a pramana, a jiva can't create a pramana. And without pramanam, there cannot be prama. No knowledge is possible independent of pramana. The scientists also know everything based on pratyaksha pramana. They may say, oh, it's all dependent upon our observation and all that they say. What is your observation independent of pratyakshadi pramanas? It is all pramanajanya jnanam. And if I have to know the reality of the whole universe, I require pramanam. What is the pramanam? Oh, the truth is self-evident, you don't require any pramanam. I say, if you know, if it is a universal knowledge that the truth is self-evident, truth is self-evident, but that it is self-evident is not known. And to make that known, you require a pramanam. And that pramanam cannot be written by a jiva. Therefore, the author of every pramanam is Ishvara. And if Shastram is pramanam, then the source of it is only Ishvara. Ishvara is the source of pratyakshadi pramanas. Ishvara is the source of Shabda pramanam, which conveys the truth also. But it is not. If it were written by a jiva, then he would write it on the basis of pratyakshadi pramana. And what is written, a book written on the basis of pratyakshadi pramanam would cease to be a pramanam, then it would be anuvada. You understand? Therefore, all books of science are what? Anuvada, not Pramana. It is all Anuvada. It is not Pramana. I have told you, when you look at the tree and say the tree is green, that statement the tree is green is what? Anuvada. And what is the Pramana for that? Only Chakshu, eyes are the Pramana. Therefore, the entire science is what? Anuvada. So you can't say, when we have authored so many books, some human being must have authored Vedanta also. This is all being, loose. L-O-O-S-E. This is what is called being loose in thinking. Once resides the Pramanam, then it's not authored by man. Okay? This is one highlight. The second highlight of the previous sutra, this sutra, is that Shastram alone is the Pramana for knowing it. And the author of it, the same thing. The same Parameshwara is both the source and the subject matter. Vedanta Kridveda Videva Chaham, Bhagavan says. Vedanta Vedyam. In 15th chapter, Krishna says, I am the author of Veda and I am the subject matter. And he even goes to the saying, I only understand it also. The one who studies and understands also is also me. Source is me, topic is me, the student is me. Now in this matter, Pratyakshadi cannot be Pramana. Okay. Accepting. Athado Brahma Jignasa. Jiva has no choice but to understand the Jagat Karanam, because that is the Nibandhana for his moksha. It is moksha Nibandhana. That determines Jiva's moksha. Nor can he put off moksha, because that is what he choicelessly wants. And until he gets moksha, he is not going to be free from the struggle. Therefore, Brahma Jignasa, Brahma Jnanam is a choiceless need. Therefore, Brahma Jignasa is choiceless need. Then the question, what is that Brahma? Janmadhyasya yataha. What is the Pramanam? Shastra Yonitvat. Accepting all the three. Then the next question is, how can Shastram be Pramanam when it has got so many views in it? We have built introduction to the fourth sutra in our mind. The introduction to, that is called Sambandha. The connection, the Sambandha. Shastra, how can you say Shabda may be Pramanam? But how this Vedanta be Pramanam when it has got so many views about God? The same Vedanta has got so many views. One Vakya says something, another Vakya says something else. One Upanishad says something, another Upanishad says something else. There is no consistency within it. When there is no consistency among themselves, the Vakyas, they are all pulling in different directions. How can it be? A Pramanam. Build this Sambandha in your mind. How can Shastra be Pramanam when it has got difference of opinion? This lack of difference, this difference of views within itself, self-contradiction, that self-contradiction is what is called Virodha among themselves. Among the Vakyas, there seems to be lot of Virodha. Sadeva Saumya, sometimes it says Sadeva Saumya idamagrasi. Then it says Asadeva idamagrasi. In the same section. First it says the source of everything is Sat. Then it says the source of everything is Asat. I mean, on the face of it, is there Virodha or not? on the face of it. And anybody who reads only sees only the face of the Vakyas. He is not going to see, between the two lines and all that, reading between the two lines. Reading between the two lines, what is there? Between the two lines, there is only empty space. There is empty space. I have to only read in the lines what is there. Therefore, one says, Sadeva-idamagrasid, another says, Asudeva-idamagrasid. That means on the face of them there is Virodha. This Virodha, a synonym of Virodha is called Asamanvaya. A synonym of Virodha is called Asamanvaya. मतलब समन्वय नहीं है, consensus नहीं है. There is no agreement. Non-agreement, that disagreement is called Virodha, and agreement is what is called Samanvaya. And the Samanvaya does not mean only that. We'll go into it. Aram say, first begin here. In the Sutra, in the Shastram, there is no disagreement. Meaning, between Shastra and Shastra, there is no disagreement. Between one Vakya and another Vakya, there is no disagreement. Between one sage and another sage, there is no disagreement. Anyway, we don't know the sages. We have only Vakyas. Between Vakya and Vakya, there is no disagreement. Then you can't say, oh, all those sages also, they never agreed with one another. They were also fighting with one another. Therefore, how can we follow Hinduism? Because no two sadhus can get together. No sadhus can get together. They all have their own problem. One acharya says something, another acharya, no agreement. You see? I say mere agreement doesn't prove them to be right. 10 fools get together, will there be Samanvaya or not? 10 murkhas, if you don't like that word. Murkha is apna shabda hai. 10 murkhas get together. Okay? Will there be agreement or not? Ji, definitely. If there is no agreement, I tell you, then the one who disagrees would be wise. They all have to have a consensus, murkhas. Does it amount to wisdom? But anyway, to begin with, if something has to be, if I have to be right, I must, on the face of what I said, definitely there must be some consistency. There should be no Virodha. Then we extend the definition of Avirodha. Avirodha means what? Between Vakya and Vakya there should be Avirodha, and between Vakya and Anubhava there should be Avirodha. But to begin with, what is Samanvaya? Vakya Samanvaya. Then it must include Vakya Anubhava Avirodha. And that is pointed out here. The next sutra, the coming sutra is a very, very, very big sutra in the whole of Ashram. Samanvayadikaranam must be studied by every sadhu. They say first 4 sutras must be studied by every sannyasi. पूरा ना पढ़ेंगे तो पूरा सूत्र भाष्य नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम चतुसूत्री first 4 sutras must be studied. Because, and out of the 4 sutras, Samanvayadikaranam, it's a crest jewel which clarifies how different is Vedanta from all pramanas, from Karmakanda, everything. How it is not some upasana, Vedanta is not talking some upasana, etc. It should all trashed out in this particular adhikaranam. And that sutra he begins here. Samanvayadikaranam. We have introduction. I think this we will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yomji, how are you? You are...
we are coming from Noida.
Noida.
Talk to you 1 month back.
1 month back we had
1 month back.
From Pune?
Yeah, from Pune.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome.
So we were late today, so we could not attend the class.
Doesn't matter, but we have classes for another few days.
Okay.
We are here till 12. The classes will continue till 12th of April.
So
11th,
done.
yes. 11th of April. 12th I will be leaving. I will have summer vacation.
After that?
After that we will reopen the classes on 3rd of July.
July.
First week, 3rd.
Timings
are the same.
in Brahma Sutra.
And Sundays it's Brahma Sutra. On other days we have other texts.
early morning.
8 to 9 we have classes. Then 9:30 to 10:30 we have another class. Then 10:30 to 11:30 we have class. So 9 to 10 we have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All the 4 days we have class. Once you start coming, you will come to know the entire program,
8 to 9 Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita we have only 10:30 to 11:30, only Tuesdays and Thursdays. They are kind of housewives class. That time they are free, they come. So the office goers in the morning 8 o'clock. If you can come, if you can make it.
Because I'm working my classes, my office time can go up to 10:30.
10:30. So if you come and reach here 8 o'clock, even if it is not Bhagavad Gita, it doesn't matter. Listen to Vedanta, it is the same. Name changes.
Yeah.
They call it Bhagavad Gita, but you heard Vedanta, it is the same. Topic is the same. You can attend, like Viveka Chudamani we are doing, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
8 to 9.
8 to 9. And Upadesha Sahasri we are doing Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 to 9. If you can try, and if it suits you, if you like it, then you can come. What is that? Thank you very much.
Tuesday and Thursday it continues or...
Even now, till 11th, it will continue.
Same batch?
Same. Vivek Chudamani is on, it's going on. So we'll continue all the classes till 11th. So next Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, you can come. You can 8 to 9 o'clock, 9 till 9 you can hear. And then
Sunday also we can come.
Sunday also you can come. Saturday
8:20.
8:20, right. 8:20 you can. Sunday will be more later Brahma Sutra classes. Nice to hear. Okay, all the best. Please. I have taken this. This is enough for me. You can take it as prasad. Okay. Consensus cannot be the meaning of Samanvaya. Samanvaya means like the eyes, reveal the form and there they culminate. They have no pravritti beyond the form. Nor do they have distraction from the form. Eyes can't be distracted from the form to the sound. Eyes also can't overshoot the form. It has samanvaya in revealing the form. That is samanvaya. Prana culminates in revealing its object. Supposing there is a vakya, in a grammatical syntax of a statement. Rama went to the forest with Lakshmana and Sita. Is a vakya. Now there is anvaya, there is a subject, there is a verb, went with Lakshmana and Sita to the forest object. Now that particular sentence, every word falls in its place and all of them together just convey a vision. They all play their part to convey an event. That is called anvaya. That means just as in a given sentence, every word, all words collectively, each word playing its role, they all have one vision to convey. Similarly, in the Shastram, all the vakyas fall in their places, but the purpose of all of them is to convey only one reality. How the Atma is Brahmavastu and how the Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. This vision is conveyed by the entire Shastram and each Vakya is connected to that vision. That is what is called Tatparyam. All the Vakyas are connected to that one Tatparyam. And they neither have distraction from it, nor do they overshoot it. They culminate in that vision. That culmination of all the Vakyas in conveying that truth is called Samanvaya. Ekavishayatvam. Tatparyam is Ekavishayatvam as the Tatparyam. Ekavishayatvam as the Tatparyam. Advitiya Vishayatvam as the Tatparyam. Tatparata. That Tatparata holds the meaning that I gave. Tatparata means what? Total dedication to conveying something. No distraction is possible, no overshooting is possible. Like Ganga flows and flows, it is a Tatparata. It has no distraction. Until it reaches the ocean, it has no distraction and nor does it overshoot the ocean. It culminates in the ocean. In that manner, Shastra Vakyas also, they move and culminate in the vision of the Advitiya. Advitiya Vishayatvam is, sometimes Srishti becomes, the Tatparyam of the Srishti Vakyas is not Srishti. The Tatparyam of the Srishti Vakyas is to show that everything is one. That way. What you say, one Vakya says there is creation, another Vakya says there is no creation. And he reads them as Virodha. One Vakya says there is creation, another Vakya says there is no creation. So that means there is a difference of opinion. The Tatparya of both the Vakyas is the same. We will continue it later. Aram se. Come back and do it.
7:30 from the